Welcome to another edition of the most consistent, prolific, and dedicated uploads in YouTube's history. This is the dynamic Sean's View and Entertainment right here on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe with the latest backstage news, rumors, and developments on Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, John Cena, the Royal Rumble, and more. There is more rumors coming in concerning Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, and Eric Rowan being fired on Raw last night during the John Cena Celebration Night angle. Now, while WWE could bring all three back as soon as next week, there is reports that all three will surely come back in due time. But it's the way in which they will come back to WWE. It said WWE is looking at all possibilities and logical ways for them to come back on Raw. One is Sting challenging Triple H, like I previously reported, and if Sting wins, then all three superstars would have their jobs back. Another idea is Vince McMahon brings them back with struggle. And finally, John Cena joins the Authority, so Ziggler, Ryback, and Rowan come back on WWE Raw. It would play out something similar to when Cena was forced to join Nexus, but this time it would have an added twist. While nothing is set in stone, expect things to go down one of the following ways. There has also been speculation that Dolph Ziggler returns in the Royal Rumble match and wins the entire thing, and it's then learned Vince McMahon secretly signed Ziggler back on. However, Triple H would take that away from Ziggler the following night on Raw, and a new number one contender would be named, and from there, the battle for control over WWE would go into full mode. It's not yet known if Ziggler would then be placed back into WrestleMania main event contention for the WWE's World Heavyweight Championship. So this, right now, is the current rumors. We all know that WWE is ever evolving. We all know they're always changing plans. We all know they're wanting to, make things unpredictable, but for all the wrong reasons, ladies and gentlemen. Because like I said last night on Raw, they really dropped the ball. It wasn't as good as we thought it was going to be. Monday Night Raw had a strong showing last week, but the WWE did not deliver last night. There were a few good matches. There were a couple moments that stood out to me. But, the WWE going with these firing angles, it just doesn't make sense anymore. It's just not logical. It doesn't add up because we all know what's going to happen. We all know that they're going to come back in some way, shape, or form, whether they come back as a heel or face, whether they get revenge, whether there's retaliation. That's why you can't take these firing storylines at face value anymore because it does not hold up. And you cannot run the WWE without Ziggler and Ryback, your two hottest commodities right now that are getting some pretty damn good reactions. It doesn't make sense. They're coming back sooner than later. Subscribe.